Twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so busking in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, take us that star, Spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Country Club. How are we this beautiful evening? All right, we got Jake from State Farm, Kathy O'Malley, Richard Horry, Robert Reynolds, Rodney Lorimore, John Trolling for Dollars in the house, Martin 3DP Iceland, 3D Printing Noobs is back here again, and Teresa Herper Derper. All right, welcome. Well, now it's just another day in paradise. Isn't that right? That's what they always say. It's another day in paradise, right? Well, not today. Well, yeah. I guess it is another day, right? All right. So we got a couple things to talk about today. The actual title today is Where Can FDM Actually Go? Oh, my God. No, Jake, no. What's up, Paul Cumber? Tyler 3D Prints. Where can FDM go? That's right. I wonder. Far back as I can remember, I don't remember ever being in the shower with another man, except for in the Army, and we had stalls. We weren't like in a big open hallway for nothing. I just don't see where I want to be. Is it running? What's running? To the moon. Well, and I came across this video today, and it was a comparison. What's up, Justin 3D? Mitch 3D? Mitch Cerrone's in the house. Shenanigans! You're back home out with your father. All right, brother. Well, you have a good time with your dad, man. Don't let us interrupt. Tell your dad welcome to the Country Club. But anyway, I was watching this video today, and it was comparing the Ender 3 to another printer that I'd never heard of. I don't know how many of you have heard of the WeDo printers. WEEDO. Justin 3D, remind me what's your daughter's name again? You told me last time, dude. I cannot remember. I'm sorry. But I'd never heard of these printers ever in my life. But that was the comparison, was the Ender 3 to the WeDo F192. Okay. Now they have others. They have an M2 and they have an F150. Kind of like the Ford. All right. Just in 3D. Well, I guess an M2 and F192. That's not that bad of a name. But the comparison was kind of weird. Okay. And I'm wondering, and this is just a question I posed to myself. If we have such disparity in printers that aren't that disparate, we have disparity in price, I'm sorry, and in printers that aren't that disparate in function, where can we actually go? What can we actually do to improve FDM? Yeah, I like my F-150. I'm not going to lie. So, alright. So, just in 3D, I need a daughter's name if you want to give it to me. If not, I can say, hi, daughter. How are you? But that really doesn't do any good. But I will say that. Hey, just in 3D's daughter. How are you? But it got me thinking. Because we have, I mean, you know, in not everybody, but a lot of people say the Prusa is one of the best printers out there, and it is. It's a very good printer. The Ender 3 is a very good printer once you get it done. It's Justine 3D. You know, the CR20 Pro I have over here is a good printer. The TiVo little monster in there is a great printer now that I have a good board on it and good software. They're good machines. Okay? All right. But we go from, and I don't have an Ender 3 here, which is what, $179, I think, right about now. But it's $200 or under. To a, you know, $800 Prusa to a $1,000 TiVo little monster with a changed board. So the TiVo comes with one board, and then you really need to change it to get the most out of that machine. So that's you know, $200 to $1,000. The WeDo F192 right now on Gearbest, and I've got it pulled up here, is $1,654. Now he told me, oh hey kid butt, he told me his daughter's name and I just can't remember it. He had told me the one time and I can't remember it, and that's my fault. I suck with names, I really do. But this printer is $1,654.47 with a US plug. And then they have a US plug 3-pin. What the hell is that? You have a US plug and you have a US plug 3-pin. Okay. So this is it's got a heated bed. It's a 280 by 200 by 200 build volume. It's got 2 nozzles on it. So what is that? The CRX or some other printer that has 2. What's up, Minnesota Maker? It's got 2 dual heads. It's a dual nozzle. Doesn't say dual head, but let me see. Nope, it's one head, 2 nozzle. Yes, I am, by the way. Robert Reynolds. But this is if you round it off, it's $1,700 printer for a 280 by 200 by 200 build volume. Okay. It's got a dual nozzle, single head. And the leveling on it is assisted leveling. Okay? It's not auto bed leveling, but it's assisted leveling. And the way that it works is really weird. It's different. I don't want to say it's weird, but it's different. Okay? And it has to have these holes in it for the nozzles to go. It's got holes in the build plate for the nozzles to go down in order for the bed leveling to work. And it's like a 3-point system. It's got filament run out detection. it says 3-layer air filter system. So it does filter the air. This is a completely enclosed printer, and it does have a filter out. But it's active charcoal, so you know that doesn't do everything that it needs to do. I hear you. It's got 8 gigs of internal storage. And from his description, now in the video, I don't know because I've never had a Flash Forge. He said that it uses the same board as the Flash Forge does, which I don't have any idea what board that is. Okay. So I really don't know anything about that. And Gearbest on here doesn't have any other pictures other than the 3 that shows a front left 3/4 and a front right 3/4 with the doors open. So it's not really showing you a dang thing about the printer. What's up, Bryce? How are you? So that got me thinking, though. It really did get me thinking. Okay. So now with the kits that Project Red has out. That's the WeDo F192. You can look it up. I can post a link to it on Gearbest. I don't care. But that got me thinking, because because right now the rail core, I would say for an FDM printer that's under $2,000 has the best print that you can get, period, bar none. I'm going to get to my opinion here in a minute. No, to me, no way. There's absolutely zero way that it's worth $1,700. Not the monoprice. It's a WeDo F192. But neither here nor there. I mean, the comparison between that and an Ender 3 is okay. But other than dual nozzle, I can take my CR20 Pro over here with automatic bed leveling and put a box over it and have a good... Okay, so $1,200 on Amazon. That made it 0% better for me, Mitch. Just for what you're getting. So if you get the... Let's go out. I want to go see. Let's go out here and see. Because I don't know the exact prices, but I want to go look and see. Let's go to products. I'm going to look this stuff up while we're at it. All right, so let's just use the Railcord 2 300ZL full kit. Okay? Not fully assembled, full kit. Select the hot end, and I'm putting the E3D V6 Gold on it. So you have a rail core now that can do 75 millimeters per second at 0.02. I've seen it do that. 0.02 layer height, 75 millimeters a second. With an E3D V6 Gold, which I take it is a upgrade. You can get the Mosquito hot end, or you can get no hot end. Okay, which is kind of BYOH, bring your own hot end. But just let's go with the most expensive one. Okay. All right, so the most expensive hot end you can put on is the Slice Engineering Mosquito, which is okay. It's good. All right. It's still less than the WeDo F192 off of Banggood, because Mitch just said you can get it off of Amazon. But my question to you, what's up, Drew Pang? Thank you for becoming a country zombie. My question becomes, and hey Gray, how are you? Tristan, welcome. My question is, why would you spend your money on this F192 when you can get a Railcore 2? And I understand. Oh, thank you, Revamped Outdoors. I appreciate that. That's my question, Mitch, because the WeDo is not going to be for everybody either, right? Would that be for everybody? Mapro6, welcome. I mean, how much more difficult is the Railcore kit versus the Weedo F192? Dual nozzle at that. Dual nozzle. What is why would the Weedo be more for everybody versus the other? What's up, Scalda YT? Uninformed consumer? Yeah. No, absolutely. So, yeah, and it even says on here, if I self-source the same kit. Now, this is Project Red saying it. If I self-source the same kit, let me change this back to no hot end. Yeah. So, with their no hot end, if I self-source this kit and get it, all the parts, it would be $1,575. All right, they're selling it for $1,450. Oh, there you go, Mitch, and that's exactly right. Scalda started his MK3. Good luck with that, man. But all right, so the comparison was between an Ender 3 and this Weedo. So even if we go with Mitch's price at $1,200, okay, that's $1,000 difference to get an enclosure, a touchscreen, some form of bed leveling something. But I'm not even worried about prices, okay? We've seen what happens when they bottom prices out. You get crap. What was it? That Hero 101 was $99. It was crap. And you're right, Revamped Outdoors. No, I think Scalda actually got his MK3. We were discussing getting an MMU2. I think he got the True Prusa MK3. So my question becomes, all right, because I have some ideas. So on the Railcore, we're going to go to the Railcore because right now, as far as desktop printers go, you will not beat it for print quality and speed or hardware or expandability for a desktop printer, right? Oh no, you can build the Railcore without buying this, but I mean it's going to cost you more, so you can do it over time, and that's cool. So the KK1 printer, I don't know. Maybe I could 3D print a Railcore. See how that would work, right? But what could you add? Oh, I don't know how much the tool changer is from E3D. I have no idea. I don't even know if they've got it for like purchase yet. I don't think you can just buy it yet. But here, the thing is, you can add that to the Railcore. The hardware that it comes with supports that already. So the upgradability of this thing is crazy. All right, so the specs on the Railcore are Duet Wi-Fi paired with the DuX 5, right? Not the DuX 2, this is DuX 5. So the E3D tool changer can be easily implemented without electronic upgrades. All right. Canovo heat beds, which I'm supposing Canovo is a name brand. I don't know. Yeah, there you go, Bryce. That would be cool. The E3D V6 Gold Edition with hardened nozzle, or the Slice Engineering Mosquito with a hardened nozzle. Bondtech BMG extruder. Aluminum stepper and idler mounts from 713 Maker. Aluminum X carriage from Mandela Rose Works. Meanwell power supply. Zealtech linear rails. 8x2mm pitch lead screws with Delrin nuts. 1.8 degree steppers on the Z to give 0.01 millimeters per step. 0.9 degree steppers for the X and Y and extruder. Complete wiring harness labeled to keep the wiring time to a minimum. All 3D printed parts included. Printed out of atomic dark cherry PLA and atomic carbon fiber reinforced PETG. That's what you get. Okay. The print quality, as Joel said in his video, Thank you, Andrew Moore. Appreciate you being here. The print quality, as Joel said, is as close to injection molding as you're going to be able to get with FDM. I don't know how you get any closer. I really don't. So what are some things, not the E3D tool changer, what are some things that we could improve on the rail core to make it even better? What are some of those things? And we'll get back to the Weedo in a minute, because it's just not even worth talking about. So I'm going to show you the design micro. Teresa, it is full of it's really the best of everything. The only thing is, I think they used I'm not even going to say lower quality, a lower priced rail from Ziltech instead of, who's that other one? The one that makes the top quality rails. And it was just the price versus quality wasn't enough of a difference to do that. A conveyor belt bed, okay. Later, noob. Thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate it. Ball screws and a closed loop stepper motors. There you go, Tristan. There you go. There's an upgrade. You're getting 0.01. I mean, what does ball screws give you? High wind. That's it. High wind rails. And the quality difference between those and the Ziltech rails didn't really account for the cost, from what I understand. Flexible, removable. All right. So that's easy enough to add if you go with BuildTech, right? You can add that. That's an easy add-on. Direct drive instead of a Bowden. Okay. There are some, I mean, there's absolutely some, you know, that's a debate for those people. I wore my Teresa shirt today. You see this is actually for my daughter Danielle, since she's here. I wore your favorite shirt today. See? Can you see that, Danielle? Wham Bam Flex Plate. All right. But okay, Tristan, what are we going to get with ball screws versus 0.01 on the Z screw that we've got? Servos instead of stepper motors. I've heard that. Yeah, Chad Williams, I agree. At $1,200 on Amazon, that's a we don't. At $1,700 on Banggood or Gearbest, that's a we don't. I agree. Less backlash. Okay, yeah, I get that. I do believe it does hold tighter, actually. I believe it does. It holds its place tighter. But I'm trying to compare apples to apples here, because this is your standard. The WeDo is a standard FDM printer with dual nozzles in a case. And I'm going to say standard because yes, it has dual nozzles and it's got a touch screen on it. But if you haven't seen 3D Printing Professor's video, go watch it, because he talks about the bed leveling. Because the rail core from Project Red has a touchscreen duet Wi-Fi on it. So yeah. End user versus corporate customer. All right, so NetKeys, I have that question for you. How is that when I'm comparing a WeDo F192 at 1700 or a Railcore 2 at 1500? What's up, Bantalar? How are you? And welcome Net Keys to the Country Club. Everybody give Net Keys a welcome because I haven't seen them comment before. But when you're comparing apples to apples, because these are in the same price point, the rail core is 50 million times machine of what the other is. Why is my internet jacking up here? Something's killing my internet. And I don't know what it is. I may have to go find out. It's leveling out, so okay. Well, now it's dropping off again. YouTube says I'm good. Anybody noticing anything? What's up, Rover? Dragon Monk? Sean, how are you? I am buffering. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The rail core is at the top end of the spectrum of consumer printers. Hold on just a minute. So I do agree. I do agree that. All right, later, Richard Horry. I do agree that this is absolutely at the top edge. No, it was not an Xbox login. They were not tonight. Nobody I know does 4,000 or 5,000 or 6,000 for a printer. And you're saying the We Do is a pre-built kit, so it comes pre-assembled. All right, so just let's go with that for a minute. The rail core fully assembled is $2,250. Okay, so $1,700 to $2,250. I don't know nobody that I know goes and looks for a $4,000, $5,000 or $6,000 printer. Nobody. Now there are people that have them, but even the man that buys all of his damn printers, Mr. Chris Riley, I don't think he would go spend $4,000, $5,000 or $6,000 on a printer. Because for one, even the $4,000, $5,000 or $6,000 printers don't have $4,000, $5,000 or $6,000 worth more performance to me. And I understand that kit versus full built. I understand that. There you go. There you go. Schools or colleges. Yeah. And welcome, Patrick. So I can't compare to a $4,000, $5,000 or $6,000 printer. I just can't. I can't even wrap my head around that. In the consumer market, why anybody would buy a $4,000, $5,000 or $6,000 printer, $6,000 printer. And my question then becomes, would you pay $1,700 for a fully assembled, glorified, cheap computer? Or would you pay $1,450 for a maxed out kit? And that may be so, Tristan. You are paying for something that's built like a tank. Actually, Ricky, I think for like $150, they already have it. Yeah, no, and I agree. I think the Ultimaker, the $3,000 Ultimaker, schools and institutions and stuff of that nature that need, I don't even want to say need plug and play capabilities, because it's not that. I think a lot of it's safety, the enclosure and stuff of that. Yeah, no, that is the key. That is absolutely the key. And that's why I'm saying, is the WeDo a consumer printer? Because I believe it is. I believe it's a consumer level printer, as is the Railcore. Yeah, liability, Bryce. You're right. That's exactly right. I believe both of these, the WeDo and the Railcore, are, since they're both under $2,000, are geared toward consumers. And I know everybody's going to have their own opinion. I mean, I have mine, you have yours. I'm not trying to discredit yours. I'm not going to buy either one of them. Not anytime soon. I told Chris Riley that the one I wanted to build with him was a Railcore, but that was before Project Red came out with the kits. You know what I mean? So I you know. There you go, Patrick. You'd rather have a couple of MK3s. Me, myself, I would rather have the Railcore. I really would, because that's what I want. And y'all noticed that in my channel when I went to playing with the SLA. I want that print quality. There you go, Neries. I hear you. And welcome, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. But I want print quality over everything. What's up, Llama? How are you, buddy? And if I can do 0.02 layer height, that's 75 millimeters a second, and make things look like they're injection molded, I will do that. Whether it takes 20 hours or 100 hours, I will do that. That really depends, Justin 3D. What does it give me for $1,500? Oh, I can imagine, Aries. I do. I get that. I mean, I know with the CR20, I get really great print quality. There you go. Try that, Bryce. All right, so we kind of got off topic, but that's fine. It's open forum, so that's cool. The same function as a Railcore. Well, that's the thing, Neries. That's exactly right. The SLA, the resin prints are off the chain. Okay, and I got something in the mail today that I can't wait to play with. It's going to be fun to play with, I think. I ordered it like a month and a half ago off of eBay. Well, that's true. But let's go back to Justin 3D's question. If Prusa came out with something like the Railcore that had the features and everything that the Railcore has, and it was as good a design, probably because of customer service, which Project Red is going to have a fantastic, no, I wish it was an IDEX printer. It'd be nice, right? Project Red has fantastic customer service as well. And, you know, it's built in America. I'm not going to say made in America because most of it's not. But it is built in America. Or the kit's put together anyway. And if you're in America, you build it. Hey, Britt Hawks. I don't know. I haven't seen any cubic Chiron. I don't know how you say that. But my end goal, okay, and I was thinking about it. Prusa uses a laser to detect the consistency of his filament, correct? I believe he does. I believe that's right. So why can't we put a laser on there to say, okay, get the perfect squish for a print? So when a printer says, okay, I'm printing, and the laser can say, no, you're not, and it can move up or down by itself and do its own thing to get the correct level. Instead of doing auto bed leveling, do on-the-fly leveling as it's printing with that laser. I think that'd be awesome. Oh, so I get that, Teresa. Oh, they might. They might, Tristan. A laser needs specific surfaces to do that. But for that quality, would you say, okay, let's use that surface? So it would limit you in surface, but it would be awesome. Well, and I still don't think that you would get the same. I don't know. I don't know if you would still get the same leveling ability that you have even with the rail core with the 3 Z screws, because the way this works, and a lot of people have tried to explain it, but I've got a nozzle here, and Joel did it, and everybody else has done it. But on a normal 3D printer, you've got some tilt to your nozzle, so it's either pushing or pulling filament, right? Well, the rail core is supposed to make it extremely flat to the bed, right? Like almost perfectly flat. So if you could marry that with a laser that would tell you that's the perfect height for your layers, then why not? That would just add to the complexity, but it would make prints like immaculate, right? I did. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. CMP's in the house. But I know Neary's has more printers than anybody I know. Chris has more printers than anybody I know. Yeah, see, and I'm not that way, Teresa. I will tell you that it's a great printer. I haven't had many problems with mine. Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. There you go, Neary's. There you go. I thought my wife was in here, Steven. You can do that. There you go. You can do that for sure. I think 32-bit could handle that, Martin. Oh, he was talking to Neary's. I got you. But I think a 32-bit board could handle that with some of the processing power we have now. But I mean, Chris has more printers than anybody I know, and Neary's is the Chris I'm talking about. So, I mean, he runs the gamut of printers, right? But Chris, how many Ultimakers do you own? Oh, there you go. Okay, so, do you have any CNC machines? Day after cup. I hear you. 0. I got you, Steven. 0. Old nutty people are well nuts. I hear you. I do too. The Artemis is a fantastic machine, but it has its problems too. Ask Mitch Cerrone. He's in here. It has problems too. Okay, I get that. I'm coming to that point though. Okay. There are way affordable printers that will give you fantastic results, bar none. So we can run the gamut from, the Railcore, the Weedo F192, the Ultimaker 1725 plus X, whatever the hell the nomenclature is now. I think it's what, 6? The Ultimaker 6 or something they're on. All the way down to the lowly Hero 101, $99 printer. Somebody's going to find a use for it regardless. I've got the Monoprice Mini Delta in there, and it prints great for a $119 printer. What's up, James? My brother John Mack, welcome. Yeah, right? Yes, absolutely. I want a 500 by 500 by 500 Railcore is what I want. That's what I want. I would be done buying printers once I got that. Now I might put the E3D tool changer on it, but I would be done buying printers. There you go, Revamp. It's exactly right. The Ender 5. Yeah, I saw a couple videos on that. I hadn't watched a complete video yet, but I've seen a couple. I just wanted to know where people think we're going. Where have we reached the print quality? All right, Llama. Oh, well, you know, I tried. Well, that may be true, Patrick. Do it, James. Well, and that's the question, Justin 3D. That is, right? Hey, Joe. You come on here when I'm talking about your printers, right? I can't wait to see y'all at Murph, man. I can't. I really can't. But my thing is, though, where do we go beyond the Railcore? Where do you go print quality-wise? How far can you go with melted weed eater string to make prints? I mean, really, how far can you go? And I say that because that's what I try to tell people that have no idea how it does stuff. Okay, Tinkers. Yeah. Multi-tool and multi-axis. There you go. See, that's the intelligences and sensing. That's what made Prusa stand out, right? With the MK3 was the sensors that they put on their printer. There you go. I agree. Nereus, I'm not going to show that. I'm just not going to. All right, James. Now that is a thing, right? Because that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting on slicers to become as easy as a lot of these printers have become. Because there's so many settings that you can do in a slicer that aren't intuitive to some people. That's it, Joe. I mean, right now running these 32-bit boards, I mean, you think about it. What are these? Where are these at? Well, it is to you, Nereus, because it's second nature. Because you've been in it so much. I'm talking about off the shelf, maybe not first printer, maybe third. Okay? Yeah, thanks, Bryce. But S3D, that's great. No, that's a company issue. But the features being added to S3D is a company issue. I'm really looking forward to the Palette 2's ability to paint models. Because you think about it, man. I mean, you can almost do that in Mesh Mixer. Almost. Well, that's cool, Joe. I'm glad to hear it. But you can almost do that in Mesh Mixer, right? Like do the multi-material things. But it's still a pain. It's a pain to do it. I mean, it really is a pain to go in and cut everything out. If you could just paint like they're talking about, right? Yeah, the Canvas software. That's it. And they don't even have it yet. It's not even released in their software. And that was a major selling point of the Palette 2, by the way, was being able to paint a model and say, okay, let's do it this way. And that's not there. So that's really weird. Carl Schoenman, welcome to the Country Club. Hold on. I'll give it to you. Here you go. And this is not an affiliate link. I just looked it up. There it is. There you go. If you want to see it. And welcome, Carl Schoenman. For you, Kathy O'Malley, S3D, for manual supports, it's not intuitive in S3D, and I believe they are working on it. Idea Maker's free and has more functions. Okay. I found Idea Maker with a steeper learning curve than S3D. A multicolor hot end and a duet. Now, you're talking about M3D, I'm sure. I brought this up the other day on a stream that I was on. We talked about the M3D. Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out again. I haven't used it since I first started trying it, and I didn't like it, so I said, the hell with it. There's better options for me. But Bryce, the company M3D has exactly that, where it brings in the 4 colors and does its thing. What's up, Carl? Oh, I forgot the name of that, but I know what you're talking about. I saw it. I can't remember. I really can't remember. That's right. The WeDo is a lot. WeDo is a lot of money. It really is. Sweet. Did you post it yet, or you just filmed it? All right. So we got off of the Railcore and we got off of the WeDo, and I really don't. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind where we go with the discussion. But my biggest thing is, how much further, hey 3D Rookie, how much further can we go with FDM printing as far as quality goes? Quality and speed. Because those are the two things that hold back FDM printing. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I can't stand anybody that disses anybody else. There you go. There you go. I agree. I agree, Neries. And we talked about that the other day, about using something akin to a inkjet printer to 3D print. Okay, Joe. Bryce, I can't disagree with you there. And somebody even said that somebody was working on something like that. Hey, TK. But my thought was, why couldn't you like use resin style lay a layer down with a UV light right behind it that cures it, and then run the next one, and then run the next one, and run the next one. I mean, just like an inkjet printer. I'm not saying it would be as fast as SLA. And somebody said, well, the resin will always run. Hey, Mike Whaley. Well, that's true. That's true. And we are going to talk a little bit about resin here in a minute, because what I got in the mail has to do with that. Wasn't that in a movie, Carl? That was in a movie. What movie was that? I'll have to check that. I'll have to check that for sure. All right, Larry. Patrick, I am with you, my friend. I am with you, because until now, let me tell you, once I get in my fifth wheel and I get my setup set, it could be within milliseconds, Larry. It really could. Like milliseconds. I believe we could harden resin in milliseconds. That's friggin' awesome, Aries. That is. True, NetKeys. I agree with you there. But once I get set up in my fifth wheel, I will have a assembly line process and an area on the counter that is straight up resin only printing. Okay? Because it needs its own space. In this room in here, even with stupid mistakes like I make, it's just a mess. It really is a mess. It's hard to work with. Just is. And I will tell you, and those of you that were on the stream last time, resin does not feel good when you put your contacts in with it on your finger. Does not. Just does not feel good at all. There you go. Fast rip prints just means I always that don't work. I hear you. I hear you, Revamped. Well, that is an issue, because you're always going to have to touch resin. What, Bantalar? Oh, yeah, right. It is. I will tell you, it took 2 days to clean off my eye and the contact to get that crap completely out. And because I tried it for the next 2 days, and I think, and Josh isn't in here, Alien 3D, he was here with me whenever I did it, dude. And I'm telling you right now, it was like I put my finger in my eye and hot poker directly in the eye, directly right then. I got a whole box of them too. Y'all talking about gloves? I got a whole freaking box of gloves over there. I've used them one time. It's my problem, my fault. That's what I said when you're doing stupid stuff like I do. You do touch your face. I got some on the side of my nose the other day, and it freaking burnt. I know, right, Teresa? But the resin, yeah, that's true. That's true, Neres. You are correct. You are correct. But the resin prints are fantastic. Now, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot to be desired when it comes to, because you still have failed prints. And like I had one the other day that was a 6-hour print on a, or 4.5 hour, 5-hour print on the resin printer, and it failed, but with the front cover on it, and I'm afraid to open the front cover while it's, printing. I don't want to open it. It failed, and I didn't know it until it was done. And it's printed up here, and then I have a nice hard layer on the bottom of my sheet. So yeah, don't put your finger in your eye when you got resin on your fingers. That is a must. I'm going straight to hell, just like my mama said. I used to love that song. It was a good song. About resin, DLP printer speed, layers, the same part. That's true, Patrick. All of that. All of that is true. Oh wow, really? I did not know that. Did not. I'm new. Thank you, Jake. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. Now we get to see if Streamlabs actually works and reads it, because Streamlabs has been idiotic. It will come up in Streamlabs, but thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you and your fam. Thanks for the great content as always. It didn't read it. I'm going to go out to Streamlabs and see why not. Why is it not reading it? Alright, so let me log in. I'll switch to clear resin and use 0.1 millimeter layer. Yeah, I'm doing 0.05 right now. And I'm having to do 13 second burn times. Yeah, no, Nick Keith, I won't do that. What's up, Hawk? Didn't see you come in, man. I did not. Let me see. Oh, God, they have changed this thing so much. So much. Where the hell's it at? I don't know. Anybody know where to go to get that done? An alert box. Yeah, shut up. Alright, so I've got donations, subscribers, members, super chats. So it's all there. So test the super chat. For some reason it's not reading them. Anybody know? Anybody know why it might not be reading? 0 seconds. That's all good. All that's freaking good. Super chats. Super chat alerts. Text to speech. Aha. Save changes. And let's see. Let's test it now.
This is a test super chat alert for $97.
All right. All right. So you actually have to turn it on, right? But thank you again, Jake. I appreciate it, my friend. Set on a different pair of speakers. The H series. Okay, Justin 3D. All right. So now that we're at the first hour, you know how to support the channel. Links are in the description below. Give it a like and a thumbs up. And hey, y'all leave some comments on these things. You gotta, like, not it just in here. If you come back and you see something you didn't see earlier. I got this package in the mail today. Oh, and God, it's awful. It's awful. It's very awful. I just rubbed its back, James. Oh, I mean, it's a god awful smell. And my house don't smell the best, but that's just... It is from Cambodia. I did not see it yet, Carl. It is from Cambodia. And I'm going to take these out. Oh, wow. And I want you to see. I love the labeling. I know exactly what that is, don't you? Let's see if they get any better. Isn't that great? There's the next label. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. What the hell? Huh. Not a one. Not one of these. Not one. And they opened them in customs and just busted the bag. Not one has anything on the label. Nothing. And they are pigments. They are pigments for resin, so I can like take my clear and make it whatever the hell color I want it. No, they're blank. They're just blank. There's nothing printed. There's nothing even tried. I mean, if they were chemically blanked, yeah, it was done at the paper factory when they bleached the paper. Hey, Trolling for Dollars, welcome back, buddy. But let me tell you, the reason I was surprised to get these today, I ordered these two and a half months ago. Okay, a month ago, I contacted them and said, "Hey, where's my stuff?" Right? And they're like, "Give it 12 more days." I'm like, "Okay, I'll give it 12 more days." So 12 more days, I contacted them and said, "Hey, I haven't gotten my stuff yet." Well, like 2 minutes after I sent that, they said, I got a refund. I got a refund for the full amount of these. And then they show up today, 2.5 months. They just showed up. So they've probably been sitting in customs, but when I checked their tracking, they never moved. You know, it never, even today, I checked it when I got them in the mail. It never moved. So, it's crazy. Oh, that ain't even right, Steven. That's a bad pickup line for women, much less a heterosexual male. But it's going to read it this time.
Are you tired? Because you've been running in my mind all day.
Woohoo! It worked. And thank you for the $4.99, man. I do appreciate that. But I can't believe that I didn't even look. That's the first time I've taken them out. Yeah, right? That's the first time I've taken them out. Okay, so that's a pinkish red color. This, I'm assuming, is black because it doesn't change. The hours of international shipping, right? This looks like brown. I mean, I don't even know. I'm going to have to put a drop of these in everything. Didn't make me blush, buddy. No, I don't blush by anything, but I do appreciate it. I'm glad I've been running through your mind all day. If I'm blushing, it's because my blood pressure's up. That's pretty much it. I don't get embarrassed. I really don't. I get embarrassed for other people, I think. Root beer float. Yeah, maybe it is root beer float. But I do want to try some of that, and we will do that once we get everything squared away. Yeah, there you go. Put a little bit of water, put a drop in it, see what color it changes to. You're right. And Steven, you said you want to see the TiVo Little Monster back out. Well, it is out. It is out, and it's been printing. So, I could. You are exactly right, Tristan. That's exactly what I should do. Fluorescent brown. It's fluorescent doo-doo. What have you been eating? But anyway, I got pigments to color the resin. Oh, James. I could do that. Pop it on a Q-tip for each one and then rub the thing on there. A little monster with linear rails. No, David Olson bought me linear rails and they're too short. And that was my fault. And I told him I could send them back and, you know, do that. But he said, no, keep them. We'll use them for something else. But I don't have the rails for the little monster. I actually wanted to change it to linear rails. It's fluorescent. Tie-dyed resin. I'm actually going to try that, Bryce. You are correct. I am going to take a couple drops of this color and that color and then take a toothpick and swirl it around and see how it actually does. I don't know. I don't know if it'll actually work or not. We're going to see. Because if I can do multicolored resin prints like that, it's really not. Is it cheaper? No. Clear resin costs just as much as colored resin, but the colors are not there. Put the rails in the Core XY. Yeah, that Hypercube Evo, it works so good with the way it is, though. But it's not cheaper, Martin, by any stretch. It's just that you get a lot more colors. And don't get demonetized for saying butt or ass or any of the other words. That's not why you get demonetized. Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought too, James. That's what I was thinking. I'll have to pull them out and see. They're about 200 millimeters too short, or 20 centimeters too short for the little monster. You get demonetized for being a racist butthead, or a bigoted butthead, or whatever, which is really weird because you got all these channels on that are about nothing but being bigoted racists, and they're still making money. Yes, that's exactly right, Martin. So if I want a nice, beautiful, clear purple, I should be able to make it with those dyes. I'm hoping, because that's what I want. Y'all know I do everything in orange and blue, but purple is my favorite color, bar none. I like orange and blue because of the Florida Gators, and I'll say go Gators. They play Saturday. They play Michigan. Going down Wolverines. But, you know, don't want to piss anybody off. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, no, we got to beat Michigan this Saturday. We've been their little biatches the last 4 times we've met. This will be the 5th time, and it's our turn. I need 2 700 millimeter and 1 450. Why? Why would you need 2 of one length and 1 at 450? I know, man. I know. Don't like Michigan? That's right. I do have some of the Protopasta purple. I have some other purple here that I need to try out too. Still in the paper. Yeah, right. No doubt. I love it. I got a Brit saying go Gators. Purple and neon green. Okay. Come on, Carl. Really? I was just starting to like you too, buddy. I've got nothing wrong with Michigan fans. Nothing at all. Hold on, I gotta fix my microphone. It's being stupid. Microphone's being stupid. Kind of like me. Now I can't get it back in there. Get in my belly. I wish I had that ability, man. That would be awesome. All right, Martin, take it easy, buddy. Crimson is a great color. I guess it is. For you. I did like, what did he call? He didn't call it Repcord Purple, though. You're neither. I hear you. Looks like a death. It's called a snowball. Yeah, there you go, Napping. Calm her down. Calm her down. Mama got you a bunch of pasta for Christmas. Did you eat it all? All right, 10%. Okay. You perv, right? You're talking to Teresa. I know you are. You're not talking to me. I'm not the perv here in this. She has the title. All right. So I'm off of the WeDo because it's never going to be a printer for me, ever. I would spend that money on the Railcore. I would not spend that money on the WeDo. So we're done with that. But I do want you to know that we are going to try some different things with the SLA once I get everything set up. There's a lot of things that I want to get done. And y'all know we're coming up on the new year. And I talked about my fifth wheel and getting it set up. Well, I have a friend that's in need, and they may or may not, I don't know, maybe will be here to take advantage of, or take me up on an offer for them to stay there. Purple Haze, that was it, Justin 3D, you're right. What is odd? WeDo. What? Goals? Yeah, goals. I have goals. I want to get the fifth wheel set up. I want to get the office set up in there. I want to get a studio set up so that I can move things in and out more easily. There is no moving things in and out of here. I can't put that on there. Napping. I'm not doing that. It's the hoodoo that you do for voodoo. That's right. Are you talking about Labyrinth? That's the babe, right? The babe with the power. I'm not setting goals anymore. It just becomes a list. I hear you. I hear that, James. I really do. I hear that completely. But yeah, we are going to move forward with resin printing. We're going to move forward with hopefully some new printers that are going to be coming in. And I know she started it, but you know. All right, Llama, get you something to eat, buddy. I hadn't eaten yet either. It's getting time for supper, that's for sure. I did hear Teen Country come in the house. She finally showed it back up. But New Year's is next week. I will make a way for 3D printing projects. I am going to build, James, I am steady waiting for that. Mac 3D. How about less than 2K for a 400 by 430 belt printer? Less than 2K is still out of my, unless you're talking like $1,800 less than 2K, that's out of my price range. That is. That's out of my price range. So unless you're gonna knock that price down by like $1,800, that's out of my price range. Up until the end of May, anyway. At the end of May, then I have more funds coming in than going out. I think my daughter will be back in the U.S. from Ireland. Your budget's currently $27. That's $21 or $26.99 more than I have. Wait, his live stream's not tonight, is it? I thought his live stream was in January. I did. Hold on, let me go to his channel, because I could have swore he was doing it in January. Not the 27th as of tonight, but it could be. I'm subscribed. I am subscribed. Let's go out to his channel and see what he says. I don't see anything coming up for today. Ali from Potent Printables. Because I told him that I would tell y'all all about it. It is tonight. Let's go to Twitter. Let me go out to Potent Printables on Twitter. And let me see what he's got here. Oh, it is tonight. Okay. His first live stream is tonight. Y'all, after this, we've got 1 hour. Because it's supposed to be at 9 o'clock. So 1 hour after I get done, Ali Potent Printables is going to be talking today. It's his first ever live stream. So let me go over here. There's his channel. So after I get done, then we definitely need to do that. I'm going to try my best to be on there as much as I can. So there you go. I do got his bell rung. Yeah, everything's done. Everything is there. Subscribed, bell rung. Ali is great. Ali's a great guy. Ali's great for what he does. Yeah, that's the problem though, Tristan. That's the whole point of the Railcore kit, was that there are no cheap clone parts. It's all just solid friggin' stuff. Oh, well, see, Justin 3D, here's the thing. That's all great and all. It really is. Does it work with the multi-material unit, which is on my MK3? That's an issue for me. The Bondtech gears that are inside the MK3 extruder right now is more than enough. But I'm assuming that, I'm assuming they thought there's money to be had there. I just don't understand if it's an upgrade. I guess it is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know, Carl. He might do that. He might. I'm not sure. Cool, Steven. But yeah, I did see those when they came out the other day. I don't have a need, I don't think. I don't have a need for upgrading the... It's loud, John. It's probably right now, right now I'd have to say it's the loudest printer I have. And hey, Brian Vines, how are you? It's 1/3 the weight of the original Prusa extruder. So do they use it? They use a smaller motor then. The printed plastic really doesn't weigh that much, so I don't know how they get that done, but you know. So, the pancake motor is where you lose most of your weight then. Okay. But couldn't you just put a pancake on this one? I don't know why that wouldn't work. Pancake and carbon fiber. I got you. Is there that much weight savings on carbon fiber? Is it carbon fiber nylon, or is it carbon fiber PETG, or is it carbon fiber PLA? There's nothing that's just pure carbon fiber. So I mean, it's got to be in some type of filament, right? It's SLS printed. So it's laser centered carbon fiber. Wow. That's friggin' awesome. Okay. Well, I know you don't need filament to make carbon fiber. I was talking about for FDM printing, Nearies, and you know that. Just trying to be difficult. Difficult. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Bondtech.de. Resin and carbon weave. Yeah, that would be, you know, it's like laying fiberglass, right? I mean, I you know, fiberglass is great too, but I'm not making parts out of that. I just clicked your link. $115 for the MK2, MK2S extruder upgrade. But they have, let me go over here to Prusa. Let me look at the MK3 one, because I think the MK3 one's only 105. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the MK2.5 MK3 extruder upgrade is 105. The MK2 MK2S is 115, and the MK2S MK2.5 MK3 with BMG is 80. Well, what is the other one with BMG? Because it doesn't look like it has a motor on it. Substantially lighter than fiberglass, absolutely, and stronger. So yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I do. All right, so we've gone completely around the circle. So do we think that the BMG or the Bondtech upgrades are going to make the Prusa experience better? That, Stephen, I mean, what do you hope to get out of it? What do you hope to get out of the upgrade to the Bondtech? Higher resolution of feeding filament. I don't know what the 602 issue is with extrusion. I don't know what that is. I haven't upgraded to the latest firmware in like 2, I think. My thermostat doesn't want me to log in. Why? More consistent extrusion. Okay. I get that. I haven't had any problems with my extrusion on my MK3. Now, that's not the one where they had the outer layer that looked like it had, you know, different extrusion or something in it, is it? Is that the issue that you're talking about this fixes? Yeah, I think that's the one, right? That's great. Honeywell is down. So I can't even turn on my thermostat without getting up. But I don't want to get up. All MK3s have it when you... I don't think that's correct. I don't think it's all of them. Because I did that with the LEDs, lights on top, side, everything. Yeah, right, trolling. There it goes. How about that? Can I log in now? I can try. Nah, it's a web-based thermostat. I mean, you can do it on the wall, but where's the fun in that? I don't know. And it might, Steven. You may be right. Yeah, no, because I want her to turn that. Yeah, I want her to turn the AC on, and she's not going to do that. The MK 2.5 doesn't have it. Okay. I only have the MK3. I think I actually looked for it in a video. And other people told me it wasn't there. I mean, I think I looked for it in the video. Just open the window. It ain't cool enough here to open the damn window. I wish it was. I don't know why the Honeywell is taking so long to respond. Yeah, it's slow. It's just very slow. It's not working. I hear you, Carl. When you gonna jump on the train, man? Get you a Prusa. I'll tell you right now, I'm not a straight up Prusa person either, because I have other printers that print just as good. Like I said when I bought it at the time, that money helps a company that moves printing forward, and that's what I like. I like their R&D. I like their innovation. And you can say, well, it's not innovate. Well, it is. They do innovate. They do push changes, which is awesome. Let's open another Google Chrome window and see if it's that is jacked up. Well, that was a lot faster. And when I click login, does it take forever? We'll see. Prusa is a good company. At least in my experience. I've seen videos that people say that they've had bad experiences with Prusa support. I never have. I mean, really, and with everything that I've done, I mean, it's just been pretty straightforward and simple. You like the Prusa orange? Trolling for dollars, it depends on what you want to do for it, but this whole show pretty much has been about the rail core. And Joe was in here earlier, and I would say the rail core over the Prusa, if it's for business, and that's, you know, and print quality is something you need. Because it's just bar none. I mean, the print quality on that is pretty damn good. But, you know, Neary's was in here with the Ender 3 with 0.0, what did he say, 2? Or 0.05 point something. Layer height. Alright, Hulk. Take care, buddy. Have a good night. So, I mean, you can get print quality down. It just, man, I told Chris long before Project Red came out with the Railcore, I told Chris Riley that's what I wanted to build. Since I saw it at Murph, that's what I've wanted to build. And I just haven't. I mean, it's not that I couldn't have, I just haven't, you know. I did the printed printer for Earth, which I needed to. You need fast, not high quality. Well, it'll do 75 millimeters a second at 0.02 layer height. I do believe that the Railcore will completely outrun the Prusa. Completely. So, I don't know. I don't know if Joe is still in here or not. So, I don't know if he has if there's a speed, you know, that they've seen it do or whatever, you know. Well, that's true. Later, Brian Vines. Have a good night, sir. But you can find merit in most printers. You think the speed difference is negligible? That's really weird because I can run, and Nappin was in here, and he can tell you. I can run my Hypercube Evo at about 120 millimeters a second, which is about twice as fast as the Prusa, and get almost the same quality. So I'm believing that the Railcore should be able to do the same thing and get better quality. So that's right. You need something that spins your needs or meets your needs. I understand. And hey, John D, how are you, buddy? But my Hypercube Evo will haul ass. Well, that is exactly right, Tom. That is one of the biggest limitations of FDM. Is if I do a whole tray of the Kuntry 3D rings, or if I do one, it takes the exact same amount of time, where in FDM it's just not going to be that. Oh yeah, trolling for dollars, absolutely. Yeah, and I guess it does depend on what size model you're printing, Steven. I mean, you're not going to see that much improvement over benchies, but if you're doing something that's, 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters, I don't think it'll ever replace FDM. I just don't. I don't think I just don't. I mean, the cost for build area is going to be crazy. Let's have a race, my Hypercube against your MK3. Pick a model. I have to get it out. I did get it out of here. It's not over there in the corner, as you can see. I took it in there to take pictures of it. But that's the 200 millimeters a second infill. Right. There you go, Christopher Maschek. Pick 2. It's like, let's do it. Let's do it. Should see how fast we can do a calibration cube. Print off at Murph. I don't know that I'm bringing my Hypercube to Murph. What ladies? You got ladies in your background? Or are you talking about my daughter in her room? A 100% infill cal. Well, I can run 200% or 200 millimeters a second infill too. Hey, y'all keep it down in there. That'll do it. You can get a benchy in 17 minutes. God dang almighty. What does it look like? That's the question. I want to see a picture of that 17-minute benchy. That's true. Yeah, great chat today. It is a great chat today. What's up, Red Light? I don't know why. What? No crap to what? I know. Oh, you're talking about the 17-minute benchy? I'm sure. Benchy in 12 minutes. I think y'all are on crack. Y'all are smoking crack, both of y'all. Yeah, you're probably using like I was fixing to say, 1.5 mil. That's what I was fixing to say. 1.5 millimeter nozzle. So it just basically goes, and there's a benchy. It's just done. There you go, James. I hear you. It take me longer than 30 seconds. Actually, I think I got one. I got a piece of benchy right here, and it didn't take me half a second. What's the overall length of a benchy at 109%? That's a good question. I've never done one at 109%, and I don't know what the overall length of one. I don't have a full, yeah, I do. I got a full benchy right here. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have a caliper right here. Total length of a benchy from tip to stern is, it's about 61 millimeters. I'm trying to get it squared up here, so mine's showing 61 point, what is this? Hold on, I got to get it level first. 61.34 millimeters. That's what mine's showing. Yeah, so 60 millimeters. I don't even know what this was printed on. I think this was printed on the TiVo. I believe so. We talked about that. It's actually doing fine. I haven't had any issues with it other than the models I've sliced the last couple times have failed. They suck. But I think that's user error. I do. I want to get it. I want to get in my new office, get it set up the way it's supposed to be, so that I can clean stuff without making a mess on my floor or whatever. I believe so. It's a DLP. I think the Photon's a DLP as well. No, there's nothing wrong with the print bed. I printed the deer after that, and they printed perfectly. Perfect, and it's the whole bed full of deer. So it's not the film. And no, I didn't need to replace the. You're talking about the glass I broke off? No. Yes, I am. That's exactly right, Mitch. I'm going to set up a print office and a YouTube studio in the RV, in the fifth wheel. 1500%. Java update is available. That's the thing, Tom, and the cool thing is, if you printed one ring or you print 10 rings, if they fit on the bed, it's the same amount of time. That is the coolest thing. The build volume is the only thing holding it back right now. If they would square the build plate, make it square, and make the sheet square instead of the 16:9 ratio it is now, because it's like they're using cell phone screens to, shoot out the light, the UV light. I just think I would take a 150 by 150 or 120 by 120 by 120 DLP resin printer. That would be friggin' awesome. Right now I've got a 120 by 75 by 120. Dang, man, that's pretty good, Mitch. Yeah, no, absolutely, Robbie Mack, you're right. I saw what was it? Was it today? Or yesterday or something? They did the 3D printed rib. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not even talking 300 cube. A 150 cubed would be friggin' amazing. Because you're talking about almost the size of, say, the Ender 3 or the ANET A8. And I know they're 220 or whatever. But that would be amazing. I mean, think of the things that you printed on your 220 by 220 printers. Scale it down a little bit. And there's some others out there, like the Monoprice Mini Select or whatever. Aren't they like 120 or something by 120 or 150 by 150? I mean, that's just crazy. So I don't know why we couldn't do that with a DLP, and I can't see the cost being that much more unless it's just the screen. I mean, if anybody knows, let me know. Why are DLP printers so much more expensive than FDM printers for the same print size? Yeah, no, I get that. You know, so the screen is the most expensive part. The screen is the most expensive part of a resin printer. It's not lasers. There's nothing lasered about it. Hey, Christopher Calhoun, how are you? Well, they're doing $500. I know I can buy a tablet screen, a 8-inch tablet screen for a hell of a lot. It's like $100, $150. So, okay. So they're doing 4K. You can just rip out the screen out of an old laptop. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the technology. I'm not an engineer. I don't know how that works. I'd say around $1,000, Tom, or $800 or so. You know, $800. I mean, the one I've got here. Hold on. Anybody else want to do that? We got plenty of y'all in here. Before I drop the hammer, thank you. But we're going to actually drop the hammer. Robbie Mac deleted him. I'm going to ban his ass. Okay. So, what's the, I don't know what the hell's in the air in here. Killing my eyeball. I need to move some air and I can't get my damn thermostat to kick on. Can't get through the website. Hold on. Gotta clean my eyeball. Unexpected error. Home. Their website is down. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. It's not the vape smoke. I sit in that all day. It ain't that thick in here. It's pretty thick though. But anyway, so you're saying that to do a just, all right, so if we're going to do that, say a 200 by 150 to maintain the aspect ratio, and I know that's not exactly correct, but I just don't understand. UV cured droplet layer printer. That's what I was talking about earlier, Mitch, where it's kind of like a inkjet printer. Contacts for the win. Look, half my age. Man, I appreciate you saying I look 23. I do. I will say Josh thought I was like 43. And that's how old my wife is. Yeah, it does. There you go. Twice as old. There you go. So we even it out. I'm never 46. I am now. Have been since September. Oh, my cousin turned 46 today, and I called him and wished him a happy birthday, and he said, "How's it feel to get older?" I said, "I don't know. I've been older. You're the one getting older. So how's it feel?" For my Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yeah, but my wife would kick my butt because she actually likes the beard. Or at least she says she does. 14th, Larry Cluster. September 14th, 1972 was the greatest day in history because I showed up. Or I could say, July 5th, 1975 was the best day in history because my wife showed up. Yours is the 15th. Sweet, Larry. Oh, well, we can't all be, as young as I am. That's right, Robbie Mack. Tom was born in 1990. My oldest daughter is 3 years younger than you. The second was a smarter comment. You're right. What's up, Aaron Seeger? Many internet problems today? All right. Cool. I deal with CenturyLink all the time. AirDog 47. I don't remember AirDog 47. Well, welcome to the Country Club anyway, Aaron. Oh, wait. Did you write me about the telecom thing? I can't remember. Somebody wrote me about the damn telecom stuff. That's funny, Carl. Because that's, I actually graduated in 89, but my class was 90. Oh. Yeah, I thought it was you. That's where the AirDog 47 come from. Well, thank you for the comment. I think I responded. But yeah, that's the issue I have with CenturyLink right now is I get 20 out or 20 down and 1.5 up. I mean, it's never going to be any better. They're not going to upgrade our equipment anytime soon. Fiber to the home, yeah, that'd be nice. That would be very nice. They are never going to replace, or not in my lifetime, are they going to replace the copper down here with fiber. Not ever. You're only as old as the woman you're married to? Don't curse me like that. I don't feel that old. .3D printing in glass. That'd be alright. It'd be expensive, Mitch. Well, yeah, but they're not going to replace the copper either. There's so many lines run down here, they just swap you to another pair. Good luck, John D. Good luck. 100 millimeters a second. Good luck. Now I haven't done it, but the best if I run at 120 millimeters a second on my Delta, on my TiVo Little Monster Delta, it runs pretty good. Yeah, it does. It does a fantastic job. Much more than that, and you get some artifacts, and it just starts to not be good. But it's funny. I was watching a video the other day about Verizon. They have a 4G hotspot with unlimited data for $65 a month. Well, no, Aaron, I don't, because I just showed that yesterday. As a matter of fact, it's still right here. So, no, I didn't print anything today at all. I wish it's going to be a bit before I do much more printing. Really, it really is. I mean, I want to get my printed printers running again, or back in business, and be able to do some things. Third time lucky. He's still looking for his next XY. Oh, chair killing my back. Heck yeah. See, we can't get that lucky. I mean, really not. And I am at the very end of the DSL coverage for the copper lines we have. As a matter of fact, I think they said that I'm 20 foot past the end of where they would offer it, but I signed a waiver. So. I hear you. I hear you, John. So no, I wish there was some way I could get them to upgrade me here just to the 100 by whatever 3. The 3 megabit out would be so much better. Well, that can be true too, Aaron. The problem with like the A-nets and some other cheaper machines is that you have so much slop in the machine itself. So that once you auto bed level, you still have to change things once you get it dialed in. You may have to change them after 2 prints. Where like on my Hypercube Evo, once I have it set, I may go through 60 or 70 prints but without having to touch it at all. You know, on my TiVo Little Monster, I don't have to touch it. It just prints. It's ready. I love the auto leveling on all my printers. So yeah, I have to say that auto leveling, and once you get it set, it's good to go. 25 gigabytes, then they lose your priority. That's correct. On the download, doesn't matter how much you upload. And if I just use it for doing YouTube videos, I probably never really hit that 25 gigabyte download thing. And if I can get 8 gigabits per second or 8 megabits per second through that, then I would have much better upload speeds than what I have here. So that would be awesome, Mitch. Because that's my issue here. If I had 25 megabit out like I have down, I'd have no issues at all. Oh, it's killing my knees. Well, yeah, on the rail core, that's the way that works. But yeah, Aaron, as far as the auto leveling, yes, I'm all for auto bed leveling. But that's because I want to be able to wirelessly send a print to my printer and know that when I go in there, it's going to print. John Cook, that depends on the model. I mean, if the people modeled the models that you're getting were to scale, then they should be at 100%. But if you're having to scale them up, I don't know. There's other people in here smarter than me. If you're having to scale them up to 120% to get them to come out to the right size, that sounds like your steps are off or something on your motors. Mitch, I don't know if Chris is still here. Tom, what do y'all think? If he's having to upscale to 120% on all of his models to get them to come out correctly, I mean, that would have to be something with the settings of the steps per millimeter or something of that nature, correct? Yeah, there you go. Now, what type of printer, John Cook? We've only got a couple minutes, but what type of printer? There, that's true if it's a Delta. That's why I asked what type of printer. And the E-steps really wouldn't have anything to do with the X and Y. That would just be for the extrusion It's an ANET A8. So you're just running the ANET firmware, or did you upgrade it to Marlin? Later, Kathy. Have a good night. Yeah, it's almost got to be steps per millimeter, or like you said, it may be your steps, the XY compensation in the slicer. Yeah, that could be too. 16T versus 20T. A different board. What board did you get? Well, he's using Marlin though, see? Mr. Buttram, you did make it better late than never, I guess. Belt slipping? It could be, but, you know, if it's constantly off by that 20%, then I wouldn't think it would be belt slipping. It could be the teeth on the pulleys. A BQ 3.0. All right, Tony Ryan. We were talking about your printer earlier, buddy. The rail core. What's up, Pete C? All right, listen, before we get out of here, Ollie from Potent Printables is going to be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if y'all are able, then go over there to his channel. I think I've still got the link in my thing here. I do. Yeah, I'm going to post a link here to his channel. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right. Tristan's got it exactly right. But it's time for me to get off of here. That's 2 hours worth of talking. Sorry you came in here late with those questions. John, I apologize for that. David Olson, welcome, buddy. It's time for me to go, but welcome. Yeah, then it's in the firmware. If it was there, then it's the teeth and stuff like that, John Cook. Check into the firmware, look up some YouTube videos on setting your steps per millimeter and try that out. I think that'll work. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here so we can so I can get something to eat before Ollie starts doing. What's up, DT Mash? But I'm gonna get out of here. I will check my email, Larry Cluster, as soon as I get in my recliner. But everybody treat each other as you want to be treated. Help each other out when you can. And y'all keep printing, man. It's just what you should do. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you Saturday morning for morning coffee before the Gators take on Michigan. So y'all have a great night, and we'll see you then.